Hello, welcome back to another lesson in Vedic Astrology. In this video, I'm going to talk to you on what is the definition of Kuja Dosha or Mangal Dosha, also known as Chevvai Dosham in Tamil. This dosha pertains to the possibility of the death of the spouse. While this is known to everyone, what is not known or what is confusing about this dosha is that it is not very clearly defined as what are the houses that get involved with Mangal Dosha, making a person a Manglik. Maharshi Parasara in Vedic Astrology says if Mars is in the first house or in the fourth house, the seventh house, the eighth house and the 12th house, then it causes Kuja Dosha. He has excluded the second house. This is a very interesting point because this has led to a lot of confusions, whereas other books have clearly stated that the second house also is involved. So over these years, because we have been referring to many books and we find that most of the books seem to be telling us that if Mars is in the first house, the second house, the fourth house, the seventh house, the eighth house and the 12th house, then it causes Kuja Dosha. Is there a basis for Kuja Dosha or are all these houses just randomly picked up? First of all, you have to understand what is Mars and what does it signify. Mars signifies usually sudden death or violent death or unexpected death. The seventh house is the house of marriage and the eighth house is the longevity of marriage because it happens to be the second from the seventh house. To easily understand what is the basis for Kuja Dosha, think that the 7th and the 8th house are the most important houses and think that Mars is directly Mars is occupying the 7th house, in which case it is very powerful Mangal Dosha. Now all of the houses, wherever Mars sits, will somehow get involved with the 7th or the 8th house. Let's say, as Maharshi Parasara said, if Mars is in the first house, then you place Mars in the first house and you will find that Mars is looking at the 7th house and also at the 8th house. So Mars in the first house is definitely a very strong Kuja Dosha. If Mars is in the second house, then Mars from there looks straight on the 8th house. If Mars is in the 4th house, then Mars by its 4th house aspect, that aspect will fall on the 7th house of marriage. And if Mars is in the 12th house, its 8th house aspect will fall on the 7th house of marriage. Whenever Mars sits in the first house, the second, the 4th, the 7th, 8th and 12th house, then Mars is always connected to one of these two houses, the 7th house of marriage, the 8th house of longevity of marriage, and that seems to be the basis for Kuja Dosha. And Kuja Dosha is supposed to be cancelled only if Mars is aspected or is with a benefic, a natural benefic like Venus or Jupiter, or what we call the pure benefics. Conditional benefics like the Moon and Mercury are not included in this. So this is the definition, and I'm going to do a series of videos on Kuja Dosha, various aspects, the logic behind it, and why we need to be very careful about it. But in this video, I've just concentrated on the logic behind why certain houses have been associated with Kuja Dosha. So here let me do an example. Let's say this is the first house and this is the house of marriage and this is the house of longevity of marriage. So I'll say Mars is over here. It is sitting right on the house of marriage and therefore it's capable of directly influencing the longevity of marriage. And if it is here also, it directly influences the 8th house. But all of the houses, suppose if I were to place Mars over here, in this case you can see the first house, we have Mars, and if Mars is over here, then he looks from here to this house by its 7th house aspect, and from here it directly looks 8th house aspect. And if Mars is over here, in the second house, Mars looks at the 8th house, and if Mars is over here, then he looks at the 7th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if Mars is in the 12th house, Mars by its 8th house aspect looks at the 7th house. So you can see that wherever Mars sits in any of these houses, it influences the 7th or the 8th. So this is the logic behind Mangal Dosha. I hope you enjoyed this video, but this is a very vast subject. This is a big topic and it can't be covered with just one video like this, and especially a short video like this. So I have decided to do many videos on this, but this is the first one. And based on the feedback that I get from all of you, I will be doing the second part. Thank you so much.